Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about something retarded. So succinctly put, about the rings of power. Right. Before I go on, I didn't record anything yesterday because I spent the entire day doing the final touches on my book. That means I will eventually have to dox my name and show it publicly if I want to present you guys about the book and probably garner a sale here or there. I promise you, there's nothing woke in there. It's as offensive as it comes. Right, I've been postponing this idiotic nonsense, but let's go. Right, from Screen Rant, the rings of power, viewership numbers proves audience ratings are useless. Not quite. It just proves that propaganda is the winning factor here because you idiots, Stephen Colbert. What the name? Where was I? Oh, right. It just proves that Amazon likes to make you idiots. I'd say shills, but at this point, I'm more into saying paid morons than shills or anything about. At least shills, you have some brain cells, but this one, not so much. Lord, no, I'm not saying that name, because it's not Lord of the Rings. I would say it's more like a Chinese knockoff of Lord of the Rings. Even though it's not made in China, which is kind of surprising, if you ask me. I would expected something like this coming out of China, not Amazon. Well, the Rings of Power boasted a huge debut viewership numbers. Lies, despite being review bombed. You mean you're focusing on the negative review bomb or on the positive review bomb? Because we had a lot of positive review bombing with people who never seen the show or just watched it to stick up onto those evil right-wingers. Because let me put it this way, the show is crap. Have you seen clips of the acting in there? The acting is so bad. So bad. Shut it up! Just to watch. And I thought that Resident Evil was hurting me. That one hurts more. Especially because Resident Evil was also taking itself seriously, so at this point I'm not even sure. Go Mordor, I guess? Go Sauron. Maybe? Because at this point he ought to root for the evil guys, because the good guys are worse than the evil ones. Fuck me. And once again, I'm gonna quote us here. Fuck my ass, mouth and tits. Right. Let's go. While critic reviews sometimes impact the success of a movie or show, audience reviews are regularly weaponized, providing just how broken audience reviews are. Not quite. After garnering mostly positive reviews from critics, because those idiots actually got paid, and if they said something contrarian, they would either get cancelled, or would get cancelled, or their passes would get revoked. They wouldn't get any more freebies, and they would probably, very likely, get cancelled. Did I mention that they could also get cancelled? And I'm pretty sure I actually forgot about this, but there's a very high chance they would get cancelled. And there were some who actually attempted to shove in some tiny little pepper details. Some of them even said that the acting was rough. Or am I confusing with another garbage show? Either way. The Rings of Power saw a massive influx of negative audience reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and other platforms. Everyone hated it, even IMDb, which is owned by Amazon. To combat the issue, Amazon even suspended its own audience review system. But if it was so good, why did you suspend it for 7 goddamn fucking days? Yes, they said, oh no, it's just 72 hours until the trials stop. 7 days later, and they are actually screening about the reviews. If you write certain words, like apparently if you write woke on the review, it will be rejected. If you give it a perfect score with only a 3 or 4 words on the review, it gets instantly approved. But if you actually write something more detailed on why the show is a goddamn fucking garbage, rejected. Fascinating, isn't it? Right. Where was I? Oh yeah, to combat the issue, no, what I did right. That holding back reviews from the premiere episodes to ensure only credible reviews get posted. Good lord, you idiot. How much are you getting from Amazon? Are you getting free shipment on Amazon? I hope you're at least getting that. Chances are he's not getting anything. He's just writing this. Just no. Jesus Christ, my English. Just so he doesn't get cancelled. Those are the chances. But chances are he's definitely not getting paid. He should at least get free shipping on this. Right. Review bombing is a big topic recently thanks to both Rings of Power and Shrew-hulk. Failure at law. Although both shows are performing just fine when it comes to actual viewership. Just fine? Isn't She-Hulk one of the lowest performing shows on Disney? One of the lowest launches? Rings of Power, according to Samba TV, received 1.8 million views on the first episode, 1.3 on the second episode. Shrew-hulk received 1.3, 1.4 on the first goddamn fucking episode, or something thereabouts. So basically, the shows are doing really bad, especially Shrew-hulk, which is one of the worst performing shows on Disney. I think it dethroned Miss Marvel, and it's a meme-making shit. And not on the good sense, it's more of a mockery type of meme, mocking the ideology of these morons. But the best part of the article is here. Despite the review bombing and backlash from a small audience segment, I'm gonna say based on, let me just point this out. This is the official trailer for the garbage that is, Rings of Power. Sorry, having allergies. Here it is. Likes, 55,000. Dislikes, 598,000. Well, still not as bad as the Fish of Little Mermaid, but still quite close. So, definitely not a small audience. It's universally hated. The show still posted record-breaking viewership numbers. Reportedly seeing 25 million viewers in the first 24 hours. Yeah, I will take that with a grain of salt. I'll say more than a grain of salt, probably a salt shaker level of salt. No, bucket load level of salt. Maybe a truckload of salt. Because that feels more like a lie, because Amazon has been reportedly kind of pulling down a lot of announcements and ads and things related to Rings of Power from their website. So that shows that it's not doing as good as it says. And probably the numbers of Samba TV, which obviously only targets a few TV samples and not everything, but it's a good way to at least give an idea how popular a show is. It's not doing good. It's really not doing good. But it's funny because let's take a look at why. According to Amazon, this is the biggest premiere of any other show on Amazon Prime Video. Comparatively, HBO boasted 25 million viewers for the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, over the course of a week. So basically, Amazon copied the numbers of HBO. This is kind of like that meme. Hey, guys, can I borrow your homework and copy it? Yeah, sure, you can copy it, but just make it slightly different. That's pretty much it. But Amazon forgot to actually make it slightly different. They could have said 25.1. That's slightly different. 24.9, well, but then again, that would be less than House of the Dragons. But the funny thing is, suddenly, House of the Dragons, which comes from a show that had one of the worst seasons finale ever made, that made no sense. Quite frankly, I hated it as well. They had many options to actually even make strong female characters be even stronger, but they failed on that one. Regardless, and actually has an actual admitted race swap for diversity purposes, and people actually like it more than the Rings of Power. Have you noticed that? It's kind of putting a dent on the goddamn narrative that the idiot who wrote in this article. Oh my, it's definitely putting a dent. When it comes to audience review data, it's easy to submit a bad review without even watching the show, so the significance of a negative review or even thousands of negative reviews doesn't really indicate anything about the quality of a show. So you're not gonna talk about the shitty positive reviews, are you? Yeah, you won't. While viewership also doesn't inherently represent quality, it is as clear as an indicator responsible of an audience investment, since sitting down and watching the show is the definition of an audience. If you believe the numbers, that is, conceptually, the desire to have a review system allows viewers to rate a movie or show could be valuable, but in the case of Rings of Power, that is not how it plays out. Yet, despite the flood of negative reviews, the show is still performing phenomenally well. I won't call it phenomenally well, but this is the idiot. There are certainly ways to improve the user review system, although attempts to add credibility to user review system would also make them more of a target for bad faith actors. Long before Rotten Tomatoes and internet reviews aggregators existed, movie TV performances don't give a shit. Moving on. While audience reviews might be a part of the conversation as a form of social proof, word of mouth and viewership preference are still some of the biggest factors for content success. Not gonna say that name, Rings of Power proves that by blazing through an attempt review bomb to post massive premiere viewership numbers. Yeah. Believing those numbers is akin to actually believing that the Earth is goddamn fucking flat. Ha! Moron! Well, that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and remember, point and laugh at Rings of Power, because you're a failure. Amazon too, because this is the most expensive goddamn fucking show ever fucking made.